Hey everybody, welcome to your November 2022 Astrological Forecast. A special shout out to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe, okay? Check out the links below in the description box. There's one to my website if you would like more information on chart services that I offer. And there is another link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only need to know maybe one or two things about your chart. And there's also a link to my email address where you can just email me and ask me whatever it is you want to know. It's a lot easier that way, okay? So let's get to your forecast. Hi Libra, welcome to November 2022 Astrological Forecast. So, a lot of planets in your second house of Scorpio right now, right? The Sun is here up until the 22nd, and Venus and Mercury are here. Venus up until the 16th and Mercury up until the 17th. So, and then, let's see here. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, your second house of earned income, money, okay? How you earn your money, your investments, your possessions. You know, the Sun, obviously, and other planets that are, when they're in Scorpio, are here at the same time every year. So your focus always turns to money at this time, right? So, you know, it's not a coincidence. It's not just because the holidays are coming up and you either want to travel or spend money or do whatever, you know. So when the Sun is here, you know, it makes you, makes this area of your life the focal point. So there is a full moon lunar eclipse, okay, on the, let's see here, 8th. Oh, you know what, I just did a video and I think I forgot to mention the date. Anyways, okay, it's on the 8th, so it's pretty much early in the month, you know, where you have, it's in Taurus, okay, in your 8th house where you have the sign of Taurus. It's directly across from your second house of Scorpio. So these are the two money houses, you know. 8th house is shared resources, shared debt, though, also shared property, but it's also other people's resources and money, okay, it's a money house, right? You have the planet Uranus here. It's in retrograde motion right now, but it's been here for a while. So there's kind of like sudden occurrences, let's put it this way, happening in your jointly held, possibly bank accounts or credit cards, or even, you know, that you just have in your own name. You know, there's a tendency to like have, I don't know, find weird charges or something or other on your accounts. You know, you have to make sure that it's a good idea every so often, because of this planet being here, to check your statements, okay? Make sure everything is where it should be. And having planets in your second house right now in Scorpio, if you do have some kind of valuables that you put aside, they're in a you know, whatever, a vault or some kind of place where they're hidden, it's a good idea to go check, you know, check to make sure that they're still there. You know, whatever, it's just a thought, okay? Because having the planet Uranus in your 8th house also just means that, you know, this is the house of inheritance and legacy also, okay? Insurance payouts or settlement payouts of any kind, tax refunds, extra credit, you know, increase in credit or bank loans, something like that, but it's money. It's also financial institutions, okay? So at one time or other, you could be on the end of receiving some kind of inheritance or legacy of some kind from someone, and it doesn't even have to be anyone you know. Okay, you could benefit possibly from someone who created like a foundation or something for whatever it is that you do. You know, maybe you do something for a living possibly that not many people do. Or if you have some kind of special interest, you know, that this other person also had, and they've created a financial institution to help you like pursue this interest further. It's worth looking into. But anyways, this full moon, if you do own property with someone else, and if you do have any kind of bank account or credit card account with someone else, this is when the subject should come up as to who's spending too much money, who owes what, and who owns what. Okay. Full moons are there to bring something to the surface to discuss and then do away with, okay? So the 8th house is also the house of endings, the house of death. You know, Scorpio is the natural ruler, actually, of this house. But an ending doesn't necessarily mean outright death, okay? Not literally. But it could be the ending of a relationship, a way of thinking, a way of living, anything. So it's bringing a new beginning, but it could happen through a little bit of chaos of some kind, you know, some kind of sudden break, you know, breaking free from jointly held anything. You know, you're tired of it. Either somebody buys you out if you own property with them, or you buy them out, or you just want to be done and over with it, okay? And I believe that's what's going to happen at this time. You're going after what's yours. You want your money, you want your stuff. You know, if someone else has borrowed something of yours and they either say they gave it back to you, or they lost it, or I don't know, some wild story, you know, you're really going to pursue this, okay? Now, Mars is in Gemini in your 9th house of legal matters. Okay, Mars will be here up until March. It's spending an extended time in Gemini. 9th house is many, many things, okay? But Mars just turned retrograde at the end of October. I believe it was the 30th. But anyways, so if you were involved in any kind of dispute, okay, good legal dispute or even just verbal or whatever, it's being reviewed now. You know, maybe you were gathering information to present your case, or whatever, you know. So it could slow down a little bit at this time, but you could also find out information that wasn't available before by doing a little bit of investigating on your own, a little bit of snooping there, you know. When planets do move into Sagittarius, they'll be in your 3rd house of communications and short distance travel. They'll be directly across from this 9th house of Gemini, where Mars is right now. So, and there's actually a new moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd, and the Sun moves here on the 22nd, Venus moves here on the 16th, and Mercury moves here on the 17th. So you're going to have this pretty crowded 3rd house of, like I said, a big communication and travel house, but it's also your everyday life, more or less, the people you would encounter and the places you would go throughout the normal course of your day. It's also regular postal mail and email, any form of communication, text message, voicemail, something or other, okay? It's the written word. It's also one of the houses of contracts, okay? So it's your siblings and your cousins, though, too, and your neighbors and your neighborhood. So I would have to say that around that new moon, I would hope that you would get maybe some kind of good news. You know, it could even come by accident, excuse me, from, let's say, like a neighbor, or just some kind of something possibly that you see on the internet, on social media. It could come from one of the groups possibly that you belong to if you are online. Could be a long-distance communication where somebody finally gets back to you in regards to some kind of inquiry possibly that you made. But even too, if you were trying to travel, especially long-distance travel, okay, maybe wanting to travel, and it was delayed, that could get a go-ahead now. Around that new moon, though, there will be some kind of new beginning, okay, in your like immediate, your everyday life, more or less. But I would expect some kind of good news possibly around that time. Could be regarding anything. Like I said, it could even come from like a neighbor, or maybe a sign or something that you see while you're driving down the road in your neighborhood. Whatever. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Libra on the 19th, 20th, and 21st. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aries, and those dates are the 4th, 5th, and 6th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 1st, 2nd, 14th, 15th, 16th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. The best time for money is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The best time for your career is the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So you know what, you guys? Don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, okay? See you later. Bye.